6-4 Baltimore, Maryland. Had a couple of wonderful guests already, a couple more, and then trailed 6-4. Kyle Gibson looked for two-hitter bats, and McLean takes a strike. 1-1.
Possibly he'll allow them to scoring position, and they put 6.
Base hit for McLean.
Most of the young players that are high draft choices, fastball count took a little bit off. Doesn't miss them very often.
Torrey, Adley. Orioles.com/tickets to see the first hikes. They're tied with Cleveland, who's 5.5 back in American League Central. 0-2. And India chases a sweeper. Strikeout number 4.
Well, and Luke Weaver, so he knows what. And there's your sweeper. You just saw it. He was off against Seattle. Looks like hopefully has settled down. Or sliders or cutters. There's another low strike. A little low.
Change-up heavy night for Gibson, which is percent tonight. On balls, and he struck out 4 times.
Well, if you watch the film, it's there. Yeah, goodbye. See ya.
That was it. Westbrook leads our DraftKings do-ups. We'll look at the total. 125. Download the DraftKings Sports instantly. Use the promo code Diamond for Cincinnati over the Orioles. And Luke Weaver, 8.6 ERA. Gave up 4 in the first.
Got 4 pitches to shoot. Gets an out right there on a fastball. The radar gun tells you, well, the average major league fastball. You have deception or how your windup is.
First strike he sees in the game. And this season for Early Bird Saturdays and live music.com/earlybirds for tickets. Now that is a fantastic band bills themselves at. Trio, love a good power trio like Rush. 4th inning, a scoreless inning for both teams. Palmer, Rob Long on this end. A happy Pride Night to you, and a happy you having a teeth one as well.
They're really expressive.
Movable fees. Can you give some folks an idea of what your organization is?
And originally we served the people living with a variety of serious chronic.
Is for food? Is it just a combination of all those things? Yeah,
it's both. And I moved to Baltimore through Ride for the Feast.
Successful guest so far.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Folks get involved in what you do, and how can people help?
Yeah, so I just have 40 restaurants.
What a play by O'Hearn, made it very well right.
So October, yeah, as far as getting outs.
Local restaurants and sport movable. Always welcoming volunteers in our kitchen. So
the address for that.
That's right.
All right, fantastic.
So culinary school.
Yeah.
What is the secret?
You get to have a blowtorch.
This quite literally spice it up with.
Yeah, so I realized we started as an LGBTQ support.
This mean for you all, because that is still
People as possible. Clients get on service.
And you can keep the emotional support emoji.
Oh my God, that's
Pulled down a little bit, and at least keeps the game. Actually, would like to have pitched a little bit better. And services for brakes, batteries. It's going to come on, and really pitching well. So 5-0, gets a lot of runs.
There goes the runner. Steve's his 9th and 11 tries.
They do exactly what they're capable of doing. I think we
steals tonight. And that ball belted to center by Stevenson, sinking into the glove on a 2-run game. Peters in 2014, and the first Oriole starter to act again tomorrow. And let's see if we can put. Grew up occasionally going to ballpark where he was in a. Against Luke Weaver here, Rutschman will try to bolster that.
He's been really good stuff. I mean, it's kind of exactly what good stuff and bad command in the first inning.
Hags one into center field. A base hit leading off the inning. He's for Adley Rutschman. Well, Hogs in Seattle, you can scan the QR code. Best catchers to be the American League star. And Anthony Santander with nobody out the tying run. Down below us in the Reds bullpen. But well foul. Well out of here.
Those are horrid.
Announcer Al Michaels, you mean?
Yeah, that guy.
Another hanger. Santander.
Talked about location. Anytime you get a guy on, now you have a bit, so you got a big hole up the middle.
Didn't see it, lost it in the lights, and then recovered.
You know, maybe direct into his eyes.
Lefty Alex Young with Ryan O'Hearn.
He will not be the pitcher record, but a chance to. And then Alex Young is home runs up a little bit. Change up, 29-year-old guy. Actually, he throws. Really, it's not that hard, but he does have a good slider, and he'll throw.
Pinch hit 4, but Young is the only all season. And O'Hearn in a 1-1 count career. He's in only 3 of his 44 career home run. It's the lefty Young now. Jumps ahead.
Lefty to lefty, it's hard for even to hit anything but hit a ground ball to first base. Man is swinging the bat. He said, I wish some of them would fall. Able to clear the swing a little bit.
Oh, a sliding play at second. India was off the bag.
And when it's hit harder, it's harder to get to. Otherwise.
But the Reds will. They want a challenge.
I would think. Never know, though. Sure.
So the Reds replay review.
The ball in the glove and the foot not down over the front of the glove, but now if it's into the webbing.
From New York.
Review, the call on the field to overturn. The runner is out. Cincinnati will.
Yeah, India able to knock it down. Pick him up.
Kim. Though Young is no slouch against righties.
Yeah.
One lefty in the bullpen. And he drops a changeup. And Austin tied up, and he's Cincinnati 6-4 lead. And a fantastic shirt too. Happy.
Glad to have it.
So you had up for sale and make a whole bunch of money from it, is what you're saying about Unmatched Athlete. What you all do.
LGBTQ plus youth and allies between ages 5 to 18, and provide an opportunity for them to believe that they can play sports. As a little queer gay kid, I wish I should say a lot of things were going on. Kids to feel that they belong, and also does build empathy as well. Weekend pickup game. Yes. So we do climbing, basketball, flag football. We did it typically on weekends, and most of the time Kevin as well.
That's really kind. Thank you, Jim. That's very kind. Up to 18. What do you hope that they get out of this?
Well, I hope that they get that there's a community out there for you, and that you do belong. Born in Akron, Ohio, go LeBron.
Born in Akron, Ohio.
I started to sort of learn. Knew at that point it was time for me to come out.
What was the?
Wasn't always the greatest. My family's been really supportive. I have a wonderful husband, and I'm so thankful to have a family.
Kids that young who being open in their skin.
It's exhilarating. It's for LGBTQ plus youth. So in one end, it's great to have ever be in a space where other kids who are queer are playing.
It is. I mean, it's just nice to see other people and spend time a little bit.
I'm so glad you asked that question. It's for everyone. You play with people from different.
I mean, how do they actually get this opportunity?
On matchathlete.org. We're also on social media at Unmatched schedule we have that we put on online.
To for McLean, who's Skies 1, 2. So Unmatched Athletes.
It's the idea of just being an unmatched athlete that it's.
Pretty positive thought there. That one even handed to me when I had a bad day.
Earl,
I mean, my whole life has been sports. Starting out, they needed a catcher. Big mistake. That's the only time I ever did it.
Red's third of the. So you mentioned how you got the process of starting an organization, starting a nonprofit.
It's not really. I wouldn't say it's the beauty about it. It's dabbled a little bit in the nonprofit world, but and first I did some kidding from a participatory standpoint of.
Have another line of business that allow
my bachelor's degree at UNBC. Go Retrievers. I saw we won. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. So it was
here with 2 outs. Olin Relly